Accessories are an essential detail that could easily transform any outfit. From statement neck pieces to bedazzled earrings, you can easily switch up an outfit from formal to casual. You could be flamboyant or you can tone it down. I'm at Ariaba, a contemporary fine art jewelry brand, and I'll be talking to Linda Sodeinde about her brand. I'm Jemima Osunde, and this is Fashion Insider. Get to know you, Linda Sodeinde. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a businesswoman, I'm a mother, I have 3 children, I'm a jewelry designer, so I make most of what you see here, and that's it.
What did you study in the university?
I studied international communications, so completely nothing to
Nothing
do
to
with
do with what you're
fashion.
doing.
Completely, really nothing to do with fashion. I really just think this whole thing is from my creativity. Like my mom would say that from when I was little, I would draw sketches and try and sell them to her friends, like to sew clothes and stuff. So I really just think it's, just something that you're born with.
Yeah.
And, and then I just fine-tuned it as I got older, like, cause I realized I liked doing this. I took a bit of I would get teachers to come and teach me certain things. I would go online and check. Cause these days with online, you can pretty much teach yourself anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what made you start Ariaba Lifestyle?
Well, I started initially with leather goods when I first moved back from Paris. I went to do uni there, so I moved back and I started designing, funny enough, slippers, and I would embellish them because, away I saw a lot of embellished slippers, but we just didn't have things here, and I just started it as complete hobby for myself, and I would wear it and people would be like, oh, I like it. That's how it started. So from there, it evolved into jewelry and, because I didn't do any formal training for this. I literally just trained myself and basically I make jewelry now. So I make the jewelry myself and then I design the leather bits and I have employees that make the leather for me.
Where do you get your materials? The leather you use for the slippers and the purses and also what you use for your accessories?
Okay, so the leathers I get from here. Most of them, I get them from up north here. We have a lot of leathers here. They even import leather. We export leather too from the north. So I get my leathers from here. The accessories like the hardware, which is the zippers and all those things, we don't quite have that here. So I have to bring those in. So I bring that in. But my gemstones, I literally get them from different places. Some I'll get from here, anywhere that I travel to. I'll just pick up something,
Whatever you see that catches your
eye. If I get inspired by something, I'll pick it up and make something from it.
So you make most of these yourself?
Yeah, most of it. Like 80% of what you see in the store is made by me. The fine jewelry ones are the ones that I don't make. I design those and get those made for me.
Are they handmade?
Yeah, they're all handmade. Everything here is handmade. They're all handmade with precious stones, so either semi-precious or precious stones. We use gold-plated and sterling silver.
That's interesting. How long does it take on average to make a pair?
Okay, so I have days, there'll be days I'm not in the mood to make it, and then the days that I am in the mood. So it depends on the piece. If it's like a simple piece, I can make from spend a whole day to a few days making one item, or I could make 5 items in a day.
In a day.
Depending on how detailed the item is.
Okay. When you started out, did you think you were going to go beyond making the sleepers? Did you see this as the
No,
bigger
I
picture,
actually
or it just
didn't.
happened?
It really just happened. I really didn't. It wasn't like, as I said, I didn't study it or anything. It was really just out of making things that I liked. And I've always been creative. So I like drawing, and in terms of using my hands, like I've just been like that since I was little. So it was part of my creativity, like a hobby. And then from there, as I said, people would just be like, oh, can I buy this from you? It's so nice. So a business started from there. I just thought, okay, why not, you know?
What inspires your designs? Because, I mean, I'm looking around. They're all different. Like the earring I have on right now.
Okay, so like, I have like 2 different collections. So I have like the fine jewelry, and then I've got like the gemstones, which I call Art Deco collections, because those are very, you know, artistic and like what you have on now. And so I get inspirations from anywhere. So it could literally be like a shape of a building. I'll see a building that has really nice architecture, and then I will go and, you know, sketch the lines in an earring and add stones to it. Or it could be like a flower. It could be anywhere. I could travel sometimes, like when you go to Italy, they've got really nice jewelry there. So when you're just walking down the coast, you'll see all the jewelry store. Those things give you inspiration. All the beautiful colors. Yeah. I really get it from anywhere. I just find myself looking at things that I can recreate, and even anyone walks in, I'm like, oh, look at your jewelry. What can I recreate with that? So really, I pick it up from different places.
Interesting. Yeah. You also make scented candles and body fragrances.
So we just introduced that to the line now. I've been doing this for over 10 years, so it's not, it's been a while. So just like a year ago, we introduced scented candles, fragrances basically. So scented candles, perfume oils, fragrance mist, anything that has to do with fragrances, we introduced it to our line.
How do you make that here in Nigeria?
Yeah. I also make my scented candles myself.
Yourself?
Yes, so we produce it. I've got like a workshop with, you know, a team of people that we all do it together, but obviously I train them and we produce it here. So the scented candles, the fragrance mist, the perfumes, they're all produced here. I'm a proudly Nigerian brand. That's the whole idea. I'm promoting, you know, made in Nigeria
made in
stuff,
Nigeria,
basically.
yeah.
So that's what we're about. And our standards are definitely up to like the international standards.
That's interesting. Okay. You run everything in Nigeria, from production, outsourcing materials, selling.
Unfortunately, it's only some things that we have to import, as I said, because we just don't have it here. We're not there yet. Like the hardware, just certain things you just still have to bring it. Like sometimes my glass cups and the metal, we don't have a glass factory quite yet that is catering to people who want in small quantity. They're doing for like the big bottling companies and stuff. So they don't. So for now, we're importing a few of the raw materials to use to produce the finished goods, but we'll get there one day.
One day. Yeah. How do you manage to keep your business flourishing?
It's really hard. It's like it's not easy, because I just feel like just certain things you might like leave your workshop and you have like a certain quantity of things you want to do today, and the power will go and the generator will spoil, and before you know it, you can't produce what you have to produce, and you have to like. So it's those kind of little things, or like I might buy something in the market today and then I go back and it's just not there, and you ask the guy and he's like, I don't know when I'm getting it again exactly, and you know, so it's not. Like, those are the little things that you find. But otherwise, everything else, you know, for me, I feel like we have a lot of talent here. You know, the people who produce my bags, I've worked with them for years. And, you know, they're just really talented people. We've got a lot of talent here.
In Nigeria. I agree with you. How do you combine being a mother with, I mean, family life with work? It can be easy.
Yes, it can.
To do both.
It's not. That is actually my challenge. You know, because now I have 3 kids, so it's not easy, you know, I've managed to find a balance, like, because I work, like, my studio is at home, and a lot of, like, where I produce my production, I've managed to put it, like, close to me so that it's easier for me to still, like, you know, be with my kids and still, like, produce and stuff. I just have to, I mean, they understand that I'm a working mom, so we find a balance, and it works. You know, they love everything I do. They're very interested in like the creativity. I can tell that my kids will be creative because they're constantly helping me.
Yeah, and just from watching you.
Just from watching me and all that. Yeah.
That's interesting. There are a lot of people out there I know who are trying to start up businesses in Nigeria. Young people like myself that want to, you know, become entrepreneurs, and we have a lot of discouragement. I mean, looking at how everything is quite discouraging. What do you have to say to them? What advice would you give them as someone who's doing it and excelling?
Yeah, I really think it's just to start, because like now you see all of this. I didn't start like this. I really started from really just selling at home. And, it's just to start, because a lot of people will wait for, oh, I don't have the capital. Oh, I don't have, this and that and all these excuses. And, oh, the printer messed up my print. Just start, and consistency is really key. So I always say that when people have seen you enough times, then they'll start taking you serious, even if you feel, because I mean, there are times when I first started that, I was almost feeling like I would call my shop, go, oh, did you sell anything today? I was, it's a completely different from where I am now. And it's just from being consistent and just starting, no matter how small it is, start. As I said, I started with just embellishing slippers, and look at where I am today. So I think that's the advice that I would give people, that just save whatever you have to start small, and then you grow from there.
Yeah, that brings me to my next question. So we have the slippers, we have the purses from leather, we have the jewelry, the fragrances, scented candles. What's next? Okay, so I am working on something that's next. But in terms of this brand and where I want to take it to, really, I think the next step will really just be international, like just taking it to the international level, like be more out there. Now we deliver all over, so I have clients all over, but it'll be good for us to be like in known places. So that's my next plan, and that's what I'm working on. We'll be looking forward to what's next, right?
Yes, I'll
keep
you guys
so much
updated for sure.
Yeah, thank you for having me here today.
You're welcome.
Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at NdaniTV. I'm Jemima, and this is Fashion Insider.